Hey guys, I've got a Nissan that is showing the fuel gauge at full at all times. I checked it with my OB2 sensor, the computer, and then it showed up as faulty. I think it was P0462 code. And I looked it up and I figured out that the fuel pump is bad, so I'm going to be replacing that. So just wanted to show you this is what it looks like, and let's see what happens after. And go open the hood. Once you have the hood open, locate your relay box, which is this right here, and you want to take the cover off. Once you have the fuel cover off, look for the fuel pump relay, which is 15A in this case. It's going to be on the lower right corner of the relay box. And once you have that, take the fuse out for the fuel pump, which is right here. I'm going to use a plier or something. Yeah, I took it out with a pair of pliers, and it's a 15 amp fuse. You can go ahead and put it in the box and make sure that you don't close the hood. The reason why you want to do it is because you want to, there's pressure in the lines, and you want to release the pressure. When you do that and then turn the car on, it's going to take a little bit, and then it's going to release the pressure. So let's go ahead and do that now. Yes, I'm going to go ahead and try to crank the engine, and if it doesn't turn on, that means like there isn't enough pressure anyway, but I'm going to try it anyway. Watch it. So it looks like there's no pressure on it. The reason why, there you go. So I think I'm good, but we'll check it out when we open the fuel pump cover, and let's just be careful and have like a rag or something with you, so in case if the fuel tries to come back out, we'll clean it up right away. And I'll take an added precaution, and I'll disconnect the battery too, just in case. I've seen people doing it, I've seen people not doing it, so I'd rather be safe than, sorry later. So let's do that. Okay, once the battery is out and then the fuse is out, and you've done the procedure of letting the pressure down in the lines, you can come in the back seat, and then there are two hooks in the back that you're gonna pull to release the in the back seat, and the fuel pump is in the bottom. So let's do that now. So it's gonna be two hooks right here. You just pull it out, and it'll be released. So you do the same thing on the other side. Let's release it here. Okay, there we go. And it's just that easy, once you have that, you want to take it out and then clean up if there's any dust or anything underneath. You don't want to have that fly into the tank. Okay, once the seat is out, you want to get in there, and I hope my camera stays in focus. So you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4 plastic screws. What you want to do is just rotate them 90 degrees, and this cover should pop right open. Yeah, I just brought in a light because it was way too dark for me. So as I was telling you guys, it's 4 screws right here. They're plastic screws. You could use a Phillips screwdriver or a plier. Either way, it's not that hard. We'll do this 90 degrees. Oh, come on. It's hard to hold the camera and work at the same time, but it's for you guys. All right, once that's 90 degrees, you can easily just pop it open. There you go. You see how easy it was? Comes out. Just be sure that there's a electrical connection to it. So don't just pull it. Wait, try to pry it open and see where the connection is and unhook it. To unhook it, it's just as simple as there are 2 clips on it. And you just Sure, you don't just pull on the wire, pull on the connector. It's easy. So just, there's a tab right there. You push it down and pull it out. There you go. That's it. So it's just one tab, which is right here. You want to like press on it and then pull it. And don't pull it from the wire. You could like, break something or damage it. Alright, once you have the tab out and then the electrical connection, you want to go ahead and then unplug these lines. So these are the lines that I was talking about earlier too, because they're to release the pressure, because if there is gas in it, it'll leak out. And so go ahead and just keep a rag with you, I guess. And if it tries to come out, clean it as quick as possible, and yeah, you should be good. Also, tip or tricks, have like a bucket near you, just in case things go south. I want to hold the phone sideways if I want to have the video, full screen on this, on YouTube or anywhere you guys are watching, because otherwise it'll be like just a vertical, like middle piece in the screen. Anyway, so I'm holding it sideways this time. So what you want to do is like you want to push in, you'll hear a click, and then you pull it out. Okay, so I took first one out and it spilled a little bit, which is normal. So you want to go ahead and clean that up like quickly, because you don't want to have gas just spilling everywhere. And then I would like to keep that in like a rag itself, so if it does leak, it stays in there until like I'm ready to take the cap off. So I'll do the same thing over there, but first I want to clean up quickly. Hopefully it's not leaking anymore. So once that's out of the way, you go ahead and do the same thing here. You'll push in, and then this one is a little bit tricky. It's Alright guys, for the second line I had to pry it open with a screwdriver, but just be careful, don't break the clips. It shouldn't be that bad. I mean, once you see it, it'll be easy. So yeah, so once that's out, take it out, and there's no gas on it, just tuck it under the cover there. It's out of the way. The next step would be to take this metal piece off, this metal plate. The way you do it is you basically just have to rotate it anti-clockwise, and it's just a matter of like getting this out of the hook. So the way like I've seen people doing is like taking a hammer and a screwdriver and then hitting it off anti-clockwise on each one of them. Just don't do it like harshly, because it could spark up, and you don't want to have a spark like in this area in the car. So just make sure that it's like very subtle tap. Alright guys, so yeah, I've been doing it. I'm using a screwdriver, a flathead. I put it right here, and then I'm hammering in the back. Once you have that little spot right here empty, then you can use that spot to like push it open. I'm halfway through, and just take your time with it. This step, you want to take your time with it, and while you're doing it, just make sure that your line isn't leaking. That's very important, because you don't want to have any leaks after you're done with the job. So yeah, just try to open it, like pry it open from that the slot that is emptied out. Like I open it from here, and then it gave me this little spot, so I'm putting my screwdriver right here, and I'm hammering it on the back. Just take your time, tap it, and don't just try to use one spot. Just go around all four of them. You don't want to make one weak by just tapping it there the whole time. Alright guys, so this is what it's going to look like when it comes out, and it's just that simple. You want to rotate it more where it's not blocking under this hook, and once that's out, you could pull it up easily. It'll only release this top plate, not the whole thing. So just make sure that, and it's a spring loaded, so it might pop a little bit, so don't worry about it. It has to come up. It's natural. It's not natural, but like that's how they designed it. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna take out this metal plate, and then you will see this fuel pump will pop up. Okay guys, once that's out, it's easy, it's simple. Just See how it popped out, which is okay. You didn't break anything. That's how it's supposed to be. I'll take the metal plate out, get this out of the way, and you want to just quickly wipe it off, clean it real nice, you know, so you don't, like, when you're putting it back in, you don't drop any debris or anything. And then put that aside. Okay, once that's out, the plate out, you wanna pick it up. There's gonna be gas in it, so just make sure, like, you try to put down as much as possible. The rest, that's why I have the bucket here. So the bucket, I'm gonna bring it close by, and as soon as I take it out, I'm gonna put it right in, and so that way I'm not spilling anything. Okay, once you take it out, just, you know, put it in the bucket, and then the ring, you're gonna have a new ring with your new one, so don't worry about that. Take it out. You don't want to throw this away yet, because we have to take this little plastic piece out and put it in the new one. All right, well, let's just take it out, and then let's not have it crowded in here. So your new one will not come this installed already, the floater. So you want to just, you know, put it in there, and then you'll hear a click sound, and then it'll be ready. So I was talking about this little hook. It doesn't come with your new one, so you want to take it out of this and put it right here. And the way you do it is just simply, you know, pry it out. Just make sure you don't break it, because this is the only one you guys have, unless you can buy a new one, but I'm not even sure what you call it or what the size of it is. Okay, so I installed this new the new floater thing, and then we have the ring on it, and I installed that little piece that's gonna help you put the line back in. So once that's ready, you can take it all in the car, and then let's install it. Just be careful, because there's this little, you know, electrical circuit that you don't want to mess with. Okay, once you're ready to come in, just clean up the surface, you know, real smooth. There's no debris around it or any gas. And what you want to do is take your new seal, and there's a groove for the seal. And there is no right side. You just put any side up. And once it's set in there, then you're ready to put in the fuel pump. So, like so. Just make sure that the lines are out of the way, because it's so hard to work with one hand. So once that's ready, you can take your fuel pump, and what you want to do is because of this, you know, the floater, like, you want to have it go in at an angle and then go in straight. So what happens is, like, you find a way for that floater to go in first, and then the fuel pump goes in. So I'm gonna put it. It's hard to put it with one hand, but that's how I'm gonna do it, just so you guys know. Alright guys, so once that's seated in, the hardest part is to get the lines out of the way, because they keep, you know, coming back out. So so it's, like I said, it's earlier, that it's spring loaded, so you want to, like, push it down a little bit, and once it's seated, you can, alright, just make sure when you do this, the seal doesn't knock off, you know, don't, like, throw it out of place. So just make sure that while you're doing it, it's in place. And once that's in, you can get your lock ring now, and then put it on top, and then and then you'll just do the reverse, and then you just go clockwise, you know, and just make sure that your seal is still there and the lines are out of the way, and you should be fine. Alright guys, once you have all of the grooves locked in, that means it's closed, it's not moving anywhere, and now you want to go ahead and start putting the line back in. That should be pretty straightforward. Like you clip it in and you hear a sound, and that's when you know, like a clicking sound, that means it's in. So let's just do this one first. And there you go, that's one. Take that yellow cover off, and you want to line up for this one at least, and then you just bring it in. There you go. Try to tug it out and see if it's coming back out or not. It looks like they're pretty snugged in. And at this point you want to take a rag again and try to wipe off anything that's around. So if it does leak, you would know that there's a leak. So what I would do now is I would go ahead and go forward, put the battery connection on, and then I'll put back the fuse, and then I'll try to crank up the engine. Let's see.